Hi everyone, welcome to another quick video on JavaScript, and we are going to discuss on the data type in JavaScript. In our previous video we have learned about the variable, how to declare the variables, and what all are the keywords that we use for variable declaration, right? We have seen var, we have seen let, and also we have seen const, right? These are the three different type of, you can see, the keywords that we use to declare a variable, right? If you guys did not watch that video, I'll strongly recommend go through that video, so that you should have a very good concept and you will never forget the concept about the when to go for var, when to go for let, and when to go for constant, right? In this video we are going to discuss more on the different type of data types that we have in JavaScript, right? So here are the topics that we are going to cover in this quick video. One is we'll be discussing on the different type of data types we have in JavaScript, and how in between conversion of one data type to another type, right? That is something we are going to discuss, and we'll sum up the summary what we have learned so far, right? So let me quickly go inside of data types, right? So in JavaScript we are mainly you can say categorizing the data types into two parts, two types. You can see data types we are mainly categorizing into two different types. Okay, one type is, we can call it is a primitive data type, primitive data type. Another is non-primitive. Okay, so under primitive we have a long list. We can see starting from the string is a primitive data type, and also we have for numerical numbers we have number is a primitive data types, and after that we have something called boolean for boolean type of values. Boolean, we have null. Okay, here in JavaScript null is also a different type of data type. Also we have undefined, something called undefined, which is also comes onto the data type in JavaScript. So we can say undefined. And one more data types introduced in JavaScript, that is nothing but a symbol. Okay, this is a new to JavaScript. I new in the sense, I mean, it is, I think, came into in JavaScript from JavaScript 2020 2015. Okay, before of that it was not there, symbol. Okay. So symbol, this is another type of data type which is introduced in JavaScript. So from non-primitive we can take a couple of names, like these are nothing but we sometimes call as a reference type. Okay, reference reference type of variables. So from this non-primitive or reference types we have something called object. Okay, we have something called array, we have function, right? So these are the things which is you can say belongs to non-primitive data type, or you can say it is a reference type of variable, and these are the things which is comes under primitive data type, right? So let us quickly see how to use this, and how let's some of the example of string, number, boolean, null, undefined, right? All this example we are going to see in our VS Code. Let me quickly go to the VS Code and let me create a class file over there. So sorry, let me create a JS file there. I'll say data types, data types dot JS, right? So here we are going to discuss about the data types in JavaScript, right? So in this class we are going to discuss different type of data types, right? So let me first initially discuss about the primitive data types. Primitive data types, so what all are the things that comes under primitive data type? We talked about string, number, bool, null, undefined. Also we have said one is symbol, right? Symbol is also something which is comes under primitive data type. So let me talk on this. Okay, okay, now we are going to create a variable which is called type of string, number, boolean, and null, right? Undefined is something which is you have declared a variable and you did not assign any data to the particular variable. So those kind of variable is going to considered as a undefined. Clear? Now let us quickly see some example. Let me see I have a let I am giving a particular variable name. Let's say person name. I'll say p name is equal to, let's say, Saddam, right? And there I am going to use, let's say, p name is equal to Saddam, and in the next line I am going to say, let's say, let p is equal to 30, and this is nothing but my type of string. Similarly, you can say we can say this is a number type and this is a boolean type, right? Let me just do a print statement for these things, and then let me take all these things, right? So we have taken what is the null type, data type. So if you say, let's say, I'm declared a variable and I have assigned a value called null, right? So that is going to be a null type of variable. And if you are assigning any value to a variable which is called undefined, so that is going to be undefined, right? So let me do one thing. Let me do console print, right? So I'll say console.log, and I'll say let's me print the values, and at the same time I'll be printing the data types, right? So I'll print person name. At the same time I'm going to print the type of person name, right? So similar way I can print all these for all these variables whatever we have created, right? Let us see what is the output we are getting in the console, right? So I'll go to the terminal. Now here what I'll do, I'll do node, and my class file name is data type.js. Okay, now here you can see for the first variable we got the print called Saddam and string, and then for the second one it is 30 and it is giving me the data type as number. Third one is giving me print as true and data type is boolean, right? The fourth one which is null and it is giving me object. Okay, so null and it is giving me object. So this one is data type is going to be object, remember. So if you assigning something a data, JavaScript is automatically, or you can say by default, it is you can say treating it as a object, right? Now you can see for the next one which is I am saying as undefined, we got the output type of the variable as a undefined also, right? For symbol the type is symbol. Clear? So we can let's see, we can give a output, and you can see this is the output. So let me note it down, right? Similar way we can note down the outputs. So output 30 and number, and here also I can say the output and this one, right? So similar way, and this one is object, right? And for this one the output is symbol and object. So mbol comma symbol. Done. So this is how, or you can say this is about the different type of primitive data type we have in JavaScript. Let us talk about the you can say value conversion, right? Or we can see for the non-primitive data types. Let's see about the non-primitive data types, right? So what I'll do, okay. So now let us discuss about the non-primitive, or you can say non-primitive data types and objects. We have array, we have function, right? There are a lot of other, let's you can see date, race, all different type of for non-primitive data type. We are not going to discuss on each and everything, but whatever the uh, in very common, or you can say a lot of cases you are going to use, we are going to discuss on those only, right? Now let me do one thing. I am just going to create a couple of variables of this type, right? So object, let's say I'm going to create a let I'm going to create let numbers is equal to creating an empty string, right? So 1 2 3 comma 4 comma 5, right? So this is an array I have created. So what is this actually? This is an array, right? Let me create an object type of variable. In JavaScript, object is looks like this. Let's see if I say let person is equal to, first of all, here you can see I can have a key and value pairs inside of this block, right? This is nothing but is going to be my you can say object type of variable. Okay, this is going to store into person. This person is nothing but type of object in JavaScript. So sometimes people call it like a dictionary also. So you, if you learn about the, if you know about the Python or PHP, I think, so there we call it is a dictionary, but in JavaScript we call it is a object type of data type. Clear? We can have some other information as well. Let's say yeah, is merit is equal to true. Yeah, this kind of information, whatever you are storing into a particular variable, this is nothing but your object type of variable. And array is nothing but we are storing multiple data into a within a square braces. Okay, so this is nothing but my array type of data. And function also, I believe you guys know what is the function, right? So we can say that in JavaScript we can say, let's say greet, or you can say add up two numbers. So I have created a function over here, add up two function numbers. So function which is going to take two arguments a and b, and it is going to just simply returning the data a plus b, right? Okay, now here you can see if we run and this function, if we run this this code, you can see we are going to print the data, print the this particular variable, and we also same time we are going to check the data type, right? Let me run this code and we'll see the observe the output. Before we run, let me do a separate add a separator in the console log, and I'll do a separator. Okay, I'll add more. Okay, so and I'll use this at the end of the code also. Okay, now let me run it. So I'll say node. You can see here we are getting that output, right, for this non-primitive data type. So the first output, it is printed the complete data set we have here in this uh, particular variable person, and you can see the type is printed as object, right? In JavaScript, array is also type an object. You can see that array we have printed over here nums. This is nothing but an array, but the type of array is going to also object. So people sometimes call array is not, they are not taking the name of array as a different non-primitive data type, but they considering that instead of a object only. Clear? But it's okay to say array because it's a huge different, you can say it is a different entity, and it is a huge use of it, so that's why we take it differently, right? And at the same time, if we create a function in JavaScript, that's a function, we can also assign that function into a variable. Okay, so this function we are assigning to a variable, then at that time this variable is going to be called as a function type of data type variable. Function type, the data type of this variable is function, and this is nothing but a you can say function type variable. So you can see what is the type of the variable we got, that is a function, right? Now let us see how do we perform the type conversion from one type of another type. What I mean, let's say I have a string type of conversion data, and that data I want to convert to integer type of data, right? So what we can do for that case? So let us talk about, let's say, type conversion, right? So there are basically two type of data type conversion. One is your implicit type conversion, another is explicit type conversion. Implicit type conversion is something when the conversion is automatically done by your JavaScript code, JavaScript runner. Okay, and the explicit one is something when you have to explicitly mention in the code for the type conversion, right? Let's try to understand this one by one. So first of all, we will be talking about the implicit type conversion, right? So implicit type conversion, let us say, I'm taking this example, right? Here you can see there are two variables a and b, right? So a is a number type of variable we know, and b is string type of variable, right? So this is a number type, and this one is my string type, right? This one is my string type variable. So if I try to add these two numbers a and b, we do not have to explicitly convert this type of data type from string to in number, but JavaScript will automatically do it for us. Okay, so after that, when you are going to calculate the addition operation of a and b, we do not have to explicitly do a type conversion. This is what called as implicit type conversion. Means we do not have to externally take care of the conversion. Okay, but for some cases we have to explicitly take care of the type conversion right now. So here you can see, if we run this code, we are going to get the output, and it will be performing as normal as like if we say b is equal to 20. So number type of data, how it is performed in JavaScript also, it will automatically get uh, automatically get converted, and automatically the you will be getting the output. You are not going to get any error over here. So if you talk about some other programming language, let's say Java, you cannot do this kind of operation directly, right? You have to do external conversion. Let me run this code and we'll see the output. So here you can see we got that output as a 1020, right? So why this is happened? Because let me show you this in another way. Let's say I'm giving you d, let d is equal to, I am saying b plus a. Okay, so let d is equal to b plus a, and I am going to print the data. Okay, now let me show you the output. I'll say console cls and output. See, we are getting the same, means it is doing the you can see concatenation of the data. It is not adding the data, right? So here what we have learned that if there are two different type of data, one is your number, another is your string type of data. If you are doing a performing a plus operation, then we are getting string concatenation is been done, because this plus operator perform mathematical operation, at the same time it perform the concatenation operation. But what if I perform any mathematical operation? Let's say I want to perform any mathematical operation, right? So let's say I'm saying let e is equal to a minus b, right? Then what happened? I'm going to print the data. Okay, so in this case, you can see that, let me do the output, clear screen, and I'm going to run the code. Now this time you can see we are getting the proper output, right? A minus b, a is 10, b is 20, so the b is the greater than a, so that's why we are getting minus, right? But the data type what we are getting right now, it is an integer type of data. Now you can see here automatically data string type of data is got converted to numerical type, right? So depending on what is the type of operator that you are using, JavaScript will automatically convert into that way. If you are using plus operator, you can ask me that why it is converted to string instead of converting to numerical number, like the below way here, that b is converted to numeric number. Or let me see, I will take an example. Let's say if is equal to this, and also I want to print this one, right? So what is the output we are going to get? It should not be it should not be minus 10, right? So let me run this. See here, we are getting positive 10, right? So the answer they suggested is wrong. Okay. Now you can see this is a automatic type conversion happening, right? So we can say type conversion happening from string to number, right? So this is something happening, right? And here what is happening here, type conversion happening from number to string, right? So if you are using the plus operator, so your number is converting to string, and if you are using minus operator or some other operator you can use, you can try with multiplication, division, all these kind of operators, you will see those will be converted into numerical number. Only and only for positive, or you can say plus, it is converting to string type of number. I hope this is clear, guys. Now let us see the example of explicit type conversion, right? So far we have seen what is the implicit type conversion, how it works, and right now we are going to see what is the explicit type conversion, how it works. For this, I'll be taking the same example. Let's see. For this example above, we have seen that when we are using the plus operation and we are passing one data type as string, another data type as numeric. For both the cases, wherever my first data is a numeric or the first data is a string and the opposite one is the opposite one. So for both the cases, for the plus operation, we have seen the data ultimate operation is going to be a string conversion, right? That is going to be a concatenation for plus operation. But for some other type of operation, let's say we have shown you over here, if we perform any, let's say, minus operation or multiplication or division operation, so in that case it is going to convert it to a numerical type, right? So this is something automatically happen. Now let's see what I want to do this plus operation, but I want to do it by I want to do this similar operation, plus operation, but for that should be a numerical operation, not a string operation, right? So what we can say, let's see, I'm saying a1 is equal to, I'll take the same example, let's say 10, this is my number, right? And also I'll take, let b1 is equal to 20, right? Now here you can see, if we calculate, if we try to see, I'll be performing the similar operation, that plus operation, right? So if I say a plus, and then sorry, this one is a1 plus number 1, and this one is, I'm going to say a1, sorry, b1 plus this a1, sorry, string, sorry, let me tell you, that is a b plus a, right? That is the operation. So now b is a string type, so I have to say number of b1 and then plus a1, right? So a1 is my numerical number, b1 is my numerical numbers, sorry, b1 is my string type of number. I am converting to numerical so that I can perform a mathematical operation over here by using the plus operator. Okay, so if you are using plus operator, both the side is numerical number, then it will perform a addition operation. But if you have any of the data is string, um, beside of your plus operator, then it is going to perform a concatenation operator, right? String concatenation. But if you have both the side of your plus operator is having the numerical data, then it is going to perform a mathematical operation. Okay, that is something how a plus operator is behaves. On this we will be coming later on the operators. Okay, there are different type of operator in JavaScript, so we'll be coming on details about the operators. For now we are just going to on very you can see basic part right now. So let me run this code quickly, we'll see the output, right? If I run this code, you can see now we are able to perform this mathematical operation, right? So Here you can see this is the output that we have received. Or let me do one thing. I'll do a thing separ console out separator log and this one. Okay, so that we can separate each block one by one, right? One is to another. So if you run my code now, okay, now you can see here for this we are getting the output 10 and 20. Sorry, 20 and 30, right? The plus operation we are able to successfully perform, right? Both the answer is 30 and 30, right? And the data type we are getting, that is a number, right? So this is how, in this case, you are must be observing that this was a type of b1 was type of string type of data, and we converted it to numeric number first, numeric number. This is how the conversion we are performing over here. This is called a explicit type conversion. Okay, so and from what to what we are converting? We are converting from string to number type. This is about the explicit time conversion. Okay, above one is the example of automatic conversion, that is what we call as a implicit time conversion, and this is something we call a explicit type conversion. I hope this is clear, guys. Now let us see couple of quick example. We can say let x is equal to 1, x is equal to 1. If we convert it to a you can see another type, let's say boolean type of data I want to convert, right? So we can do so by saying, let's say I'm directly going to print it in console and I'll show you the output. Let's say inside of this I am saying boolean of 1 x, right? And at the same let me just print it and you will see observe the output. And about this boolean, there are different type of what all is going to be true, false. That I'm going to come onto this part later when we are discussing more in depth of string and number, booleans and their operations, right? So all for all this we are going to create a different video on those things. But I hope this video is now clear to you guys, what is implicit type conversion and what is explicit type conversion, and what are the different type of, you can see, uh, variables we have, data types we have in JavaScript. We have string, number, boolean, null, undefined, symbol. All these things of the data types, data type variables we have already seen, right? So yeah, with this I am concluding this video, guys, and I hope you learned something. Okay, and till our next video, still tuned, guys, and keep learning. I hope you have enjoyed the session. Let me know in the comment section if you are not clear about any of the concept, or if you want me to release some on any specific topic more, you can see more description or is needed, or more you can say clarification is required. And also I'm going to share the link of this GitHub where I'm keeping this code, so you can guys go through the code and you can practice it from your side, right? Yeah, practice it. And yeah, till then, stay happy, guys. Thank you, thanks for joining. Thank you.